You were not the first. You were not the first man I'd killed, but you're the one I think of most often. The other times it was dark, chaotic. We called it the fog of war. I was on a mountainside or roadside or in a building, and bullets were going both ways. Killing was often a shared responsibility. Maybe my bullets found the other men, or maybe someone else's did. You were different. Your face filled my rifle scope. My shot split the morning silence. There was no doubt about you. This isn't an apology, just an explanation. And I guess it's a way for me to look back and try and make sense of it all. I have never doubted that if things had gone the other way, you would have pulled the trigger. I'd be dead, and you'd be sitting somewhere, maybe thinking of me, maybe not. Instead, I carry the weight of you and the others. You're not as heavy as you once were, but the weight will never vanish completely. I wouldn't want it to. I've wondered how you wound up there that day. Was it chance? It's funny how a million little things could have made a difference. If you had been a street over, or if I had picked another building, I would never have seen you. But then again, sometimes I feel my whole life had been leading me there, to that rooftop, that morning. A twisted line that stretched back 35 years from that rooftop in Najaf, Iraq, to a distant past in the little village of Hillsborough, Virginia. Given the countless thousands of decisions and choices and nudges and interventions it took to bring us together, maybe we were exactly where we were supposed to be. In combat, a lot of guys write death letters to a parent or wife or child, sealed and entrusted to a friend, only to be delivered in the event of their death. I never wrote one. I told everyone I thought they were bad luck, but truthfully, I didn't know what to write. I had no idea how to try to sum up the things I ought to say to the people I loved, my deathbed thoughts, when death wasn't imminent. I chose, selfishly perhaps, to believe in my own immortality. I've wondered if you wrote a letter, and if it was ever delivered. But now that twisted line has stretched almost 20 years from that morning into a future that I had no way of seeing then. Nearly 7,000 sunrises and sunsets. I've crested the half-century mark and find myself looking back at that time with a mixture of awe and incredulity, amazed that I've made it this far, and honored that I once had the